Hello and welcome to this live Thursday game. We are doing an epic fight between veterans and noobs on the Meckle map. And I am here with Sean Mack, who is temporarily taking over for Swentz as 4th Brigade Cavalry Commander. You, in the screenshot, you are kind of hidden behind the hill east of Karsdorf, although you too have two Hussar squadrons scouting to the west. And those hussars, specifically the 4th Hussars to the southwest, have already sent you back a report saying they can see 3 artillery batteries on the hill to their west, which is southwest of Karsdorf, and guarded by infantry and cavalry. Um, and from your hussars to your northwest, the 3rd Hussars, they report spotting a red infantry column approaching the bridge to their west.
Okay.
They also report, sorry, I see a lot of things. The courier reports seeing 2 batteries on the hill to their north, to the west of Kippringen.
Okay. All right. So 3 batteries spotted by the Southern Squadron and 2 batteries spotted by the Northern Squadron with supporting forces. So,
Yep.
okay. Right. Yeah. Like them to hold position for now. And continue to observe and count and report. Withdrawing if the enemy attempts to engage them.
Okay. Thank you. Did I not assign any of you or one of you?
I think Swens is missing.
Oh yeah. Swentz is missing. So I just did Sean Mack for Swentz, but you can take him going forward. I just took his orders. And then,
Got it.
did anyone get ARP? Did I forget to assign ARP? Here,
I do know.
I think I did.
James, who did you say is giving orders for drama for now?
I think it should be LaSalle.
So,
I mean, they're right next to each other, so I assume. Oh no, sorry. Argent is giving orders for drama. Sorry. Yep.
should I go on? Should I go on there and get them?
Yes. And then Sparty, will you get ARP's orders for now? This turn,
Yeah, sure.
and then we can switch, or you can just keep them. And Willie, you have someone. I'm trying to find your name. Did I assign you Willie? Or Gareth? You there? I can't hear you. I see green, but I don't hear anything. Okay. I gotta get my other orders, so I'll come back. Hopefully your voice is sorted. Where's LaSalle? Alright, LaSalle. Sorry for the delay.
Not a problem at all, sir.
Game start issues. Alright, so you are on the road near Siebelhof, just across the river, and from the small town of Kippringen. Your batteries and the batteries of 2nd Brigade are on the hill to your south, deployed per your commander's wishes. As you look east to the hill and the town, you do not see any blue forces. The way looks clear. The bridge is open. Although you do receive a report from your artillery commander nearby, and he says he has spotted blue hussars on the road to his southeast.
Excellent. I have orders if you're ready for it, sir.
I'm ready for him.
I would like the 3rd. I'm a brigade, right?
Yep.
I would like the 3rd Brigade to move north on the road in a echelon formation, so that the the second behind me can move along, and we kind of get to the river at roughly the same time. And then the third can begin crossing once the second is caught up to like the bridge. So I can like bring the forces across in mass.
Okay, so are you gonna cross the bridge or are you fording the river?
The third is going to ford the river, and the second is going to move forward along the road and cross on the bridge. So
Okay.
they can cross like with the entire force, like relatively around the same time. So I don't get like bottlenecked on the road.
Yeah, all right. You got it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. That's
Kyger, have you handled all of this resolution? Can I erase these lines now so I can take my screenshot?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hold off on screenshots though till everything's resolved and moved.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
Whoops. What the?
What? Or I guess
Just F to flip it. Yeah, there you
so. These batteries
No, I
are
know, but-
shooting across the
Oh, yeah,
way.
so- he fired a warning shot, but he fired a warning shot at a mile and a half at a target he couldn't really see, so I'm not even rolling for it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Something's
These-
going on with some of these tiles.
As well, she fired.
I hope we're not having peace issues.
Yeah. You can check the second light here. It switched to black.
Oh, it's in square. Is that a state change?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got to
but like
change the
I'm
button.
having trouble
Oh, there it
like.
is.
What's wrong with second light?
Oh, now it's working. Now it's working.
Okay.
Okay. It was like spazzing out on me. Okay.
Oh. Well,
We're good.
actually,
We're good.
that fixes my graphical issue with them, so I'm gonna actually hit that for a couple of pieces.
Yeah, like. What the heck is going on?
We have artillery fire in the south.
All right.
If someone's able to look at that first foot, I'm having issues with it. It should be a marching column right behind second.
Interesting. I don't see it has an ability to add a state to it. That's
That's what I'm saying. Like, but then like all of a sudden with the second light, it's all of a sudden working now.
maybe
Which-
we just
Which one's the one that's having issues?
First light.
Oh, it looks weird to you. Is it good?
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you want in column?
There we go. It's a marching column.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, they should be both in column. And yeah, resolve the combat. Blue's pulling back. Red got like some cannon shot off on these Hussars before they were able to retreat. So what, they should be at 3?
No, batteries. I never do the morale on batteries, so every round they shoot, I just add a disruption level to track ammo and exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I think that's it. So we'll do screenshots. I'm gonna delete everything, so don't forget who you have. And then for all the artillery fire going on, when you do your updates, make sure to describe where they can hear artillery fire and where it's coming from and how close it is, relatively speaking. And then we don't have a dispatch umpire, so you gotta forward your dispatches if they write any in their channel.
It'll be 08:15 or 08:30.
It's now 8. We're gonna do 8:20. We'll do 20-minute turns. 8:20.
Good to go?
Yep.
And do you want me sticking with ARP or?
What would you prefer?
Yeah, I can stick with ARP, I guess.
Okay, yeah, stay with art for now.
The one thing is, I think ARP is supposed to be in a channel on his own, and then the TJ guy should be with Sean, if I read the brigades right.
Well, Sean is replacing Swentz right now, so he's an NPC. So they're close enough. They can be co-located. It's fine.
Oh, I'll go ahead and give my report then.
Whoever has the beepy sound on their thing, if you can turn off notifications or let's see. Wait, did General Josh go south? I'll be back. Josh, are you with First Brigade or Second and Third Brigade?
Yeah. I went first.
Okay, you're in the wrong channel. Let me move you. Okay, you two are co-located now, so you're all right. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, he's got to be. What?
And make sure your screenshots, the north is always up, so it's not disorienting. I haven't checked to see if anyone's not doing that, but just a reminder.
So James, just real quick, Gent J9 is the CIC for blue, right?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, just double checking.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so Gareth is moving across. Those guns shooting at the cavalry. Yeah. All right. Everyone good on their screenshots?
Yep.
I can go ahead and do 820. All right, Sean. You hear the booming sounds of artillery fire not far to the west, and you can see that the 4th Hussars have fallen under artillery fire. The 4th Hussars also report spotting a brigade of 3 regiments having crossed the bridge and marching towards Karsdorf, just on the other side of the ridge of where you are.
Okay. All right.
And did you write, I forgot to check, did you write a thing?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wait, you wrote it in Swentz's, hold on. Let me forward that before I forget. That was to Jen, yep.
Yeah, and that is in addition to the forces that they've spotted, like straight east of Karsdorf.
Yeah, the courier says there's batteries on the hill and a brigade on the march approaching Karsdorf, or 2 separate groups.
Okay, so there are batteries basically straight west of it, and they've spotted forces supporting those batteries. And then there's a brigade of infantry crossing along the main road.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Duly noted. I will. I'll have the 4th pull up with the other forces that I have assembled here. And then we will go from there. No word from the forces near Krippingen?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, so nothing's changed there. Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see. Also
to the top of the hill. And set it up there.
Okay.
The hill northeast of the town.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. LaSalle. Did I interrupt you, Gabby? Okay. So your infantry move off-road, preparing to cross the stream. You can see 2nd Brigade is actually moving south off the road to form up around the artillery. And from atop the hill, you have a better view of the surrounding area. What are your orders?
Excellent. I would like 2nd Brigade to begin crossing en masse as 3rd Brigade crosses beneath us. They'll be crossing on the bridge. He already gave those orders. I will then move and join my brigade after they have crossed. I, of course, will do so by fording the river because I would never order men to do something that I would not do myself.
I was wondering. All right. You might get your feet a little wet from atop your horse.
I purposely just mount my horse.
Oh.
You would one of them.
No, I'm getting wet.
Oh yeah, it's like, listen, hey, we're all in this together, boys.
No, I think I'm gonna take the main part of my. Well, I mean, I already gave the. Actually, I'll tell him after the Empire's gone.
Okay. Got it. Just
Is it possible? Oh, sorry.
2 reminders. 1, we don't have a dispatch umpire, so make sure to forward your dispatches if they're written in your channel. And 2, make sure your screenshots are with the north to the top. Willie, can you talk now? No, nothing. That's unfortunate. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
My pieces are still a little questionable, but could one of you limber these 2 horse artillery if one in? I don't think it matters since no one can see them, but it would be nice.
Limbered.
Thank you.
Okay. Don't think we got. Well, I guess they'd be shooting.
Does anyone know where red CIC Josh wants to be? Because he's on.
Last he
was
told.
on.
Yeah. Well, who are you? You getting orders for him, Kiger?
He was in the same chat, but then he left.
Well, he was. I moved him to Spears because that's who he was with.
Yeah.
So unless he said different,
I'll go check with him.
Yeah.
Go check with him quick.
unless he says different, he's with Spears.
And I think ARP and his forward elements are close enough to co-locate, right?
So he actually would like to join his reserves. So like the 7th Hussars, 1st Lancers, 2nd Lancers.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say move that shit back there.
Yeah. Can you handle him? Well, that'd be 3 for you. Who's only got 1 that could take a second?
I could.
Okay, so Charity, you got Josh now.
Is he where he wants to be?
Yeah, I assume that's where.
Thank you. And he's in command of these units. Just double checking. Okay.
So James, real quick, like the Hussars I'm shepherding, they moved, but there was no combat. They don't recover for that though because they moved.
Right. Yeah, they stay.
That's what I thought. Okay.
All right, I think we're ready for 840. Next turn.
The artillery fire in the set.
Where?
Here.
Oh,
Here.
I did roll that one. Let me roll the other one. Hold on. 7. Okay. Yep, they hit the cavalry a little bit. All right, thanks. Let's do it. Oops.
$840, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Sean. So
Yeah.
you move to the top of the hill with your guns in time to see enemy brigade advancing in line up the hill from the town. The guns quickly unlimber and take them under fire. But the eager artillerymen mostly shoot over their heads. Haven't really struck any major blows yet. To the northwest, you can see your 3rd Hussars have fallen under artillery fire now as well. The 4th Hussars have fallen back as ordered to where the rest of your Hussars are. And you have from atop the hill, you have a much better view of the enemy positions.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Bring up the cavalry to screen the guns and withdraw the guns to hill 462. So basically just the hill east on the other side of the road. And have pull in the northern cavalry, have them pull in towards Beckenhof. And then once the guns are drawn off, the cavalry will also the other cavalry will also fall back to 462.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. All right, LaSalle, you leave your perch atop the hill to join your men as they cross the cool waters. They're inspired by the sight of you even dismounting and getting wet up to your waist in the water as you cross with them. Your brigade's mostly across with the 8th lagging a little bit behind.
I see some artillery fire as well.
Yep, some of your guns are or Argent's guns are firing to the southeast at something.
Excellent. Well, I will, as I'm crossing with my men, we're gonna, I guess, rally them. I understand that there's maybe no mechanical benefit, but we're rallying them and then we'll get situated as soon as we finish crossing. And then we'll take the town, and we're just going to assess what the situation looks like. I'll of course get the men ready to maybe repel some hussars that we saw to our south, but otherwise, let's get into the town, get our shoes dry.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
How's it looking?
Good.
I've had a couple of turns of moving and not much else, so it's been pretty smooth.
Yeah, it'll slow down once we get into big combat, but
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Uh-oh. What's the piece in the file?
Are these going to continue moving if these artillery start shooting at them? Hello, cut. Oh, he's not in here. Do you have any special rules if a dispatch is sent to the wrong location, or if it's within reason, will it just go to
for live games, I usually am not nitpicky. I just deliver it the next turn.
Nice.
If it's a play by post and I have times to think about it, then I'll have delays and things like that.
Alright. Mine's gonna be messy.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 6. Okay, so 5th blue, he wants the hussars to attack the front of the column, which would be the grenadiers. He wants the artillery to fire on the grenadiers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants his lancers to charge the hussars that are now on top of this hill. So the way I see it is the charge should resolve. The artillery, I don't think, would get into position, especially going up a hill before this attack is resolved. So the artillery stays there.
Okay.
But they don't fire.
And then both these guns are shooting south at the incoming column.
Yeah, and then he wants basically the hussars to, I would say like the first hussars go like this, attack these grenadiers, these hussars attack these grenadiers, but then I would say the lights would have time to fire at least on the first.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so do the artillery fire first, and since they're in column at an angle, well, it's gonna be it's super close range too. So
he was able to see the hussars that are already like steady.
Uh-huh.
They were able to see them, so they would be able to see them coming, but the first they couldn't see. So
yeah, so
I mean, they're also in marching column. It's very hard to respond.
Yeah, to respond to that. Yeah.
Make a square in that. I think this is as close
Here,
to
I'll roll
surprise as
for red. you guys all rolling for red?
I was. Would they have time to get into square? Do we think, or they kind of get caught out? I guess the lights were saying.
I would think they would get
time
caught
to
out.
into square.
Yeah, they would get caught up, but the lights would get
Like, what
Here,
was
I
that?
can roll.
Why 500
Did
feet?
anyone roll for the lights?
No, you can go ahead and roll for that. I'll do the cavalry charges.
I think if the cavalry charge is successful, that these lights are, I mean, basically just like shooting blanks.
Okay, 1 and 7, so that's 2. So that's from the lights. What I
Yeah.
put on the first SARS. And then did anyone roll for the blue artillery?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. I can. Hussar versus Lancers is an even fight, right?
No. Lancers get +2 on their charge.
What if they're not charged? Because they were supposed to take defensive positions on a hill and the Hussars charge them.
If there's a charge or a counter
Or the-
charge.
Well, the Lancers are charging, so Lancers get +2 on their attack.
Also, blue gets +2. Got it. Okay.
Do you think these horse artillery fire on those lances as they charge, or
No, we were saying they wouldn't get 2 in
not big
time.
enough? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Whoops.
And did you double for the melee fight?
Is it double or just +2?
Well, 2 dice. So 2 dice. So do that, and then for the Lancers attacking, the 4 becomes a 6, and the 3 becomes a 5. So that's 3 disruption against the Hussars, and 2 disruption against the Lancers. +1 for the charge, and they 1, 4, 5, 6. So they're almost broken, but not quite yet.
Okay. And I'm assuming this artillery wouldn't be able to fire on these Lancers charging up this hill because it's like they're firing into their own men, right?
Yeah, not at this point. So the Hussars were repulsed, but they did break a unit of Grenadiers and severely disrupt the red lines.
Do we need to put any disruption on the blue artillery then?
Yes, we do.
Here, I got it. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fun combat.
Yeah, I suppose they. Okay, and the last thing I had to do. Let's go towards Seerdorf. Okay. All right, my two brigades should be done then.
This unit here, this is Grenadiers. It doesn't run on the 7, or is it just turn and take?
Say that again.
Bravo.
Yeah. I mean, you can show it that way.
Okay. Do you want me to move the Hussars at all, or?
No, I already did.
Okay.
That's showing them kind of withdrawing after post charge.
Okay.
All right, 9 o'clock screenshots.
Okay.
All right. All right. So, the sounds of artillery fire to the west have ceased, although you can hear some pretty far to the north. You were able to successfully limber up and withdraw back to the next hill, screened by your hussars. As you were leaving, the enemy seemed to be holding position where you last saw them. They weren't advancing against you. And that's about it. The 3rd Hussars, as they arrived, they report that they saw the enemy crossing into Kippingen as they left. And they report seeing what appears to be 2 brigades of infantry, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 regiments of infantry, perhaps more.
Alright. Form the 2 cavalry, the 3rd and the 4th, up on the hill with the guns. Have the 5th and the 6th occupy the hill above Karsdorf, and force and like observe the enemy there. Just stay up there and threaten their flank. They'll withdraw if the enemy launches a full, if they launch a full brigade attack up that hill. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. I forgot where I'm going. All right, LaSalle, your men finish crossing the stream, get back onto the road, are in the process of drying their boots and shoes and pants. Oh, and it looks like you're joined by... Oh, sorry. All right, looks like you're joined by the CIC. So, yep, so you're moving down into Kippingen with your brigade. You can see 2nd Brigade is pushing eastward and southward, and the cavalry's coming up from the rear to the west. You hear the sounds of artillery fire of your own guns have ceased, and the sounds that you heard to the south have stopped as well, but you can still hear artillery fire far to the north. And you're muted. What are your orders?
Sorry, sir, I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, I will send a member of my staff to go tell my artillery that they should begin crossing or limber up after the, now they can join us after the cavalry.
Was yours the 3rd? Was yours the 3rd or the 2nd foot?
Mine are the 3rd, sir.
Okay, got it.
And then after my men have their boots dry, I will have the 3rd. We will march, just have form assault columns and march towards this hill to the east of Kippingen, and then we'll just take the hill and see what we can see.
All right. All right, and Josh, did you just get here, or have you?
I just got here, yeah.
Okay, well then, I guess you'll hang out together for the next turn.
CIC.
Hello.
Okay. Did anyone do? Okay, I see there was already combat on top of that hill.
Yeah, I had time to spare. I did combat for you.
He wanted to have his cavalry withdraw, but I'm assuming since they're already engaged.
Yeah, they're already engaged. So
They're in the thick of it. Yeah.
it was good. So he won the cavalry fight, then overran the artillery, which is unfortunate.
Okay, so he wants his artillery to withdraw as fast as possible to Seerdorf.
Well, it's surrounded by. Oh, Lake did or.
Lake did.
Okay, so Lake wasn't. Oh shoot, Lake wasn't shooting with his guns.
Yeah. He shot one volley, but basically what he said is like, once he saw the numbers coming around the hill, I want my artillery to withdraw as fast as possible.
Okay, and these guys are just.
Probably make it to about
He would
here.
like one battery would make it to the crossroads, but
Let's have one.
Which means it's gonna be like here.
Yeah, have one battery get captured then.
Yeah, that's,
I would assume these hussars would be able to like make it to this point in the road though.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're retreating, I think they'd run a little faster, so I think that's fine. I think everybody.
But like
probably be
they would
slow.
probably like rally with the guns though, or
I think it's maybe every man for themselves situation.
okay. But yeah, he wanted to retreat as fast as possible once he saw the full numbers because he didn't know what he was up against first.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be funny because the Red CIC will think that things are going bad because those Hussars instead of ruling the scans. But in fact, things are going just.
Oh damn.
Moving the guns across the water is super slow. Whoever's doing that, it should
It's
take.
not impossible, yeah.
It should take like 2 turns. We'll allow it, but it's gonna take like 2 turns to cross.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, like they wouldn't even be able to do it. They would have to go up to the.
Yeah,
switch.
I mean we'll be semi-nice, but guns don't easily go across water.
I can send them around on the bridge instead.
Well, ask him. Tell him it's gonna be about the same, maybe even faster.
Yeah.
All right, I think
Yeah, I mean, it absolutely would be. I mean,
9:20.
where did they start? Started here.
Yeah, they're
They
here.
could do this, and then they could make it. Let's call it like here, and then next turn they'd make it to about here. Yeah, it's way faster for them to just go that way. And I'll have the line infantry go with them because they're already trying to swim. Alright, they can do that.
But basically these lancers are gonna get captured, as is this artillery.
Where?
The Lancers might escape.
Oh, these lancers.
These ones.
No, the blue ones.
Oh, I mean, they're gonna run away. Yeah. I mean, unless.
If they get chased by the Hussars, then yeah, they'd probably get captured. But they did.
Think maybe discretion is the better part of that for them. So.
They'd probably turn and run once they came over the hill and saw a whole cavalry brigade coming at them.
Well, the funny thing is that this cavalry brigade is actually ordered to hold here, so they're just all kind of in parade.
That's funny.
So they might have a chance of getting away.
Yeah, I think so. Especially since a lot of these cavaliers probably can't even see the like. There's a hill here, and this hill is like blocking line of sight to them usually.
All right, 9:20. Get your screenshots. And I've got Josh. He's with me.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna send it to dispatchers. If that's fine.
Yeah. If someone feels like, are you having a ton of extra time, Charity?
Yeah, a little bit. I can take Spears since Dan and Spears are really good at it, but that's not too much trouble.
Well, I was maybe thinking you could take all dispatches, but that might be too much.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hard to read channels that I'm not reading yet.
Yeah, that's okay. So Josh.
9:20, right?
So you're,
Yeah.
so Charity, you're sending Josh's dispatches out?
I sent Josh's
Okay.
dispatches for this.
Then I will not. Okay. All right, Swince, not Swince, Sean. I'm bummed that Swince never showed up, but oh well. All right, so you fall back to the next hill. Artillery forms up again with cavalry guarding on the sides. The two hussars move forward to the next hill, and you see that as they crest the hill, they run right into some enemy hussars. Oh, where's your...
I don't think
Oh, I never gave you a screenshot. That's why you can't see anything. Oops. Actually, hold on. You need a big screenshot today. A lot of information. I'll do it that way. Okay. So, they crested the hill and ran right into an enemy hussar unit. And there's some fierce fighting for a few minutes, but it looks like they took the hill, defeated the unit, and sent them running. To the northwest, you can see enemy troops advancing eastward. And to your northeast, you can see your own troops forming up. And that's it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Is that cavalry falling back on their infantry?
They haven't sent a courier yet, so unknown.
The enemy. They haven't. Okay.
Your own hussars haven't sent you a courier with a report.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'd like to take the two cavalry having this hill, and I would like to have them sweep around to the around the hill to the north, and then go towards the bridge, and then I would like to move up with the other pair of cavalry and bring my guns forward.
Okay. So you want that cavalry to move up towards Kippringen Bridge where all the red forces are?
Yeah, but along the sweep of the hill, and then towards the bridge along the main road between Karsdorf and Niemelweier.
Oh, I see. Okay. So they kind of do a big wide flank around the north, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
And then I will move to, my mount on the hill, and the guns will be brought up to that position.
Okay. Thank you.
Act. One group is almost breaking.
Gentlemen. Alright, so you move up with the 3rd Brigade to the ridge line, and as you crest the ridge, the enemy army, it seems, comes into view. As you can see, a lot of them on the next ridge over, arrayed in line and with batteries in the center. And to the south, now that you're atop the hill, you can see a little bit better. You can see some enemy cavalry also on the hilltops to your south. And you can hear the artillery fire to the north has ceased. So no artillery fire anywhere this last few
Are
minutes.
we in range of their artillery?
It's a very extreme range, but yes.
Okay. Go ahead and hear my orders. I will send another staff member running back to my artillery and be like, JK, go back to that hill and set up on it.
Oh, sorry.
And
That hill's not in range. Where you are currently is barely in range.
Yeah. We're just gonna hold encrypted. If they want to hold that random hill, then they can. But I don't feel like advancing on them. So I'm gonna have my infantry just go to the reverse slope of the hill that we're on, just so that they can't get shot at, you know. But I will. I'll kind of like remain just on the edge, just peeping my head out at their CIC. And then as soon as, but I'd like my artillery and second artillery is, I think, going to be given to me. I'm going to have them set back up on that hill to the west of Cripprington.
Okay.
However you pronounce it.
Got it. All right. Josh, you staying here? Where are you going?
Nope, we're leaving. I'm taking the reserves here, and we are going to go on that south road out of Kippergen, and we are going to advance south towards Karsdorf and Diebeckhoff.
Okay. So, and the reserves include 7th Hussars, 1st Lancers, 2nd Lancers, and the Grenadiers and 4th Horse.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you. He's not going to show up.
I have a question. Dan has gotten back to the position of these artillery that's surrendered. Do you think the guns are all spiked, or do you think the crews will be able to return to the castle?
Isaac showering and he won't let me come.
Use my bathroom. The light works. So I don't think the Lancers would have had time to spike them because they basically crested the ridge and then fled. So I think they're recoverable. Although maybe some of the men would be dead, so disruption-wise they'd still need to recover. But
I agree. Yeah, the horses and the horse artillery are probably scattered on the.
yeah. So,
the horses.
but the guns I guess are in okay condition.
Yeah. Alright. Give them like 20-30 minutes and they'll probably be back. But yeah.
Alright.
And if units are unmoving, they can recover.
Did someone move these blue lancers?
I did a smidge.
Yeah, these ones. I mean they're facing like 6 times the number of cavalry. I put them on 7 and had them run.
Well, these lights are going to get a chance to shoot at him then, because he wants them to take the villa.
I mean, like, if they're running from here and those guys started here, they're just going to run out because they're on horseback.
Yeah, just have them
Would you-
scatter for a while. They'll come
Yeah,
back in an hour or 2.
Okay, that's fine then.
In the center here, they have 5 artillery batteries firing on Lassalle's 3rd Brigade, the red team.
Yeah, they fell back behind the ridge, so they're not going to be able to hit much.
Do we have to do anything with this villa combat?
No, because that's captured. That they just have the guns.
Okay.
Right, bring these guns up till
Okay. Otherwise, Red 1st Brigade, he just wants to reform, so.
Okay.
These guys.
So if a unit,
starts on this turn.
yeah, if a unit stops moving, then they can recover disruption each turn.
They move like maybe 100 yards or so, so I think that's within the no movement zone.
Yep, I just did both of those.
Okay. It's now 9:40.
Screenshot time?
Yep. Could someone who has Gareth?
Oh, that's me.
Can you do Josh's update since they're co-located now? So do his screenshot and dispatches. All right, Sean. So you go to join the 5th and 6th Hussars on the hill, but by the time you're moving towards them, you see them coming back towards you, and soon after you see enemy infantry following behind, so you're unable to get your guns up on the hill as you wished. Similarly, for the 3rd and 4th Hussars, their movement is impeded by enemy infantry to the west. They're unable to get, well, I guess they could try and thread the needle to get around to the other side, but they stopped and are waiting for their orders.
Right. Let's see. I'd like them to feign charge against those enemies over there. Force them into square, but don't actually commit.
Okay.
And then I'd like to move back to reoccupy 462. Get up there with the cavalry and the guns. March, counter march, march, counter march. That seems to be how this is going. But yeah.
Okay. I got it. Thank you. All right, LaSalle. So, your men move, fall back a short distance to hide behind the ridge to the east. The enemy fires, but their shots fall short or hit the ground near you. You can see the infantry are advancing, and I think that's about it.
Thank you. Then yeah, we can just remain here. I'll stay like 5 feet down. I'm 6 foot in real life. Whatever would be one head, length above the ground, so I can just peek out and watch.
Okay.
Like unobstructed, and then yeah, send that member of the staff back. Be like, hey, artillery, please fall back. To just occupy that hill west of the river. If this looks like a large amount of the enemy army, we're not going to advance. We're just going to let the mountain's going to come to Muhammad today.
All right, got it.
And to my infantry, if we can stay here. If the enemy infantry wants to really start advancing, then we're just going to go back across the river.
Okay.
Thank you.
This right here looks really bad for the veterans. I'm just saying, getting cavalry behind you like that doesn't bode well, I think.
Kind of depends.
Definitely, yeah. We'll see how it gets used. But
yeah.
I've got some free time, so I can handle all the dispatches for this turn.
Well, I don't want you to do it one turn and not another, because then people
Yeah.
they either need the habit of doing it or not. So it's all right. If people are doing it. It's okay. Holy
Understood.
crap!
Not a problem.
That is too far. Who's that? Green. 2.5.
And for whoever has the blue 4th Brigade, all those infantry down there are ordered to join his brigade and go under his command.
Oh, okay. Is that how far they got this turn?
Yeah.
Alright. That is not enough.
I'm not able to unlimber because for some reason. But these artillery should be.
Have any objectives been taken yet?
Yeah, I think Karsdorf down here is the only one actually taken so far, but let's see.
Is someone moving these red artillery here, or are they just?
They've been ordered back. They were ordered to stay there. They're under command of 3rd Brigade, and we're told to stay there. So you can just leave them.
I've been having them ordered. They've been being ordered as 2nd Brigade, but I guess.
Well,
a broken unit of cavalry just like inherently like route towards where they think their friends would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Following that, they'd route towards where it's the safest.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
And these grenadiers have been ordered to march through where these hussars are, or the hussars.
Around here, they probably see this guy, so they're just gonna go up that road.
Yeah, but they were going off road before.
Yeah, of
that, so
course.
yeah.
They even go here, I think, it's 1.5, but they're only doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's fine.
I guess if he's on the highest point of that ridge, anyone, would you give him a little buff beyond 10 grid marks to see any of this stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause seeing it versus not seeing it would be a
not
huge
past
difference.
here because there's like a ridge thing happening, but yeah, you could probably see all this.
Got it. That's what I thought.
The two commanders I co-located are now like half a mile apart. Should they still be co-located, or should I move them apart?
No, no.
That was no to keeping them together, or no to moving them apart.
Keep them apart, not co-located.
Okay.
What's the story with these grenadiers and this?
Oh, these guys were demonstrating, so there wouldn't be.
Because these guys have orders to move to fight.
If they're demonstrating, do you think these grenadiers form a square?
Yeah. I mean, or they can advance against them, but they'd be staying out of range.
I mean, I guess the cavalry would back up in that case, yeah. But the infantry probably moves pretty slowly, so maybe about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And this guy is here in column.
All right, 10 o'clock. So Jen should probably, if it's not in the screenshot, I'd mention him seeing cavalry to the north up here. Let him react to that.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get my updates. All right, Sean. Not great news. Mixed news. So two squadrons of enemy hussars and lancers charged up the hill to attack your already tired hussars and battery. The guns laid a devastating fire as they came in, but it was unable to stop the momentum of the horses. Your hussars fought for a minute, then broke. Your guns are overrun, and you are forced to flee down the hill. Good news is a whole brigade of infantry is marching up the road and are assigned to your command, so you got something to retire to. But the lead regiment of your infantry is under artillery fire from the west, and I think that's it.
Yeah. Let's see. Have them position themselves, like in the buildings around Diebekenhof, so that they're occupying that flank, but have at least hopefully some cover against that artillery. Let's see. I would like to order the rest of the infantry to attack to push the cavalry up off that hill. And I would like to rally the cavalry that's been driven back.
Okay. Excuse me. Phew. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, LaSalle. So, from atop Pure Hill, as you peek over, you can see enemy infantry in assault columns, twice the size of your force, advancing towards you. To the south, you can see 2nd Brigade maneuvering. You hear artillery fire even further south, and I think that's about it.
Okay, then we can begin moving. The two northmost battalions can begin moving southeast, or excuse me, southwest, back towards the town, and just if the enemy continues to advance, I think are those columns or are they assault columns?
Assault columns. Well, yeah.
And are they like marching actively right now west?
Yeah, they are.
All right, then we can just cross back or go back across the river, or go to the town right now and hold before crossing.
With all your units, or just the two?
All of them. All of them, including myself. I guess the artillery on the west side of the river can hold.
Is the first line underneath you?
The first line.
There.
I see. Yes, the first is in a line, like right underneath me. It looks like yes.
All right.
Yeah, they can form into an assault column.
Are you staying on the hill, or you falling back with them?
No, I'll stay here with the first as they form up. You know, kind of getting them organized so that they can do it faster, and then that way we can zip across this bridge if we need to beat feet.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, it seems complicated to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but
We could think about disrupting them a little bit to represent that.
yeah. And then these cuirassiers are charging.
Yeah, they were. I think from both commanders, they were told to counter the enemy cavalry.
Counter like counter charge.
And someone else
That was my understanding.
Let's get them into cavalry combat.
What on earth? Oh, assault columns. Huh. Gabby, what are these cavalry doing here?
Which cavalry?
Right here,
They
the
were ordered to withdraw.
they're ordered to what?
Withdraw.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cavalry combat. I don't know who's gonna get the charge bonus here. I
And
think
if you
probably
put unlimber these artillery with dash, I
Yep.
can't press the button.
I can press buttons for you.
might make it actually happen a little farther up here.
The artillery it wants to continue 2 batteries head north and to continue against
Hey, I can hear Willie now.
with the infantry. Okay.
Yeah, the CIC for those 2 artillery to the north, he said he wanted them to unlimber and be prepared to fire on or attack enemies to the north.
All right, so are these artillery shooting north?
Yeah.
Okay, unlimbered.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess.
I don't think I got around to it, but they did fire. They did fire.
They're gonna be shooting through their own guys if they're doing that.
Well, would they shoot a volley and then the cavalry charge in, or?
No, the
It would take
cavalry
time to
started
maneuver.
here. If they're unlimbering and then this cavalry combat is happening, I think they would be hard pressed to actually find a target.
I'll be right back. My stuff's resolved in the north. I just have to run to the
Okay.
bathroom.
Well, I'm gonna roll for the cavalry.
Okay, I'll let you do that. I do want me to roll for Dan. Is it just D8 and what's the result?
It's well, cuirassiers get +2, so that's 4 disrupt.
I was just talking about for the infantry.
Oh,
If
okay.
that makes it, if that adds a DRM at all for the combat.
With who? What? Dan being present.
Yeah.
That's actually.
The artillery should it have started at 2 or 1?
No, they have to advance a little. I think they are.
Yeah, no, I mean
More or less.
the disruption
More or less.
should have started at 1 or 2.
Yeah, I have put them because they have opened fire once
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
2 turns ago, and they suffer. Okay, another. The other problem is with the column in the south. Okay, okay, they are forming in. Okay.
Is this cavalry combat resolved, or is there a little bit more that's happening?
It's done.
Sorry, I think I might have missed in that cavalry attack.
And then does this one get chain route +1, or did it already get that?
I already did that.
Okay.
So I would leave it how it is. Show the combat happening.
Yeah. I'll have them running away since like that is what they would. I mean, just a little bit, but yeah, I'll keep them close. I think.
The blue CIC did say he wanted to lead the cavalry like from the field.
Oh, he's gonna be with them.
Yeah.
That changes my
Yeah,
rolls.
that might actually influence some dice.
My bad.
This one I have never rolled for, but I don't know if you want to.
Yeah.
I guess this would go up to 4. Just
Yeah.
say that's what the dice roll would have been.
You guys need my help with anything?
Did this artillery roll get done already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They broke that. The 5th Hussars are shattered.
Okay.
They're retreating.
All right. I think we're good then. So now it's 10:20.
One of my players wants to send a dispatch into the enemy to get captured on purpose, but I assume that the dispatch rider doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, couriers won't willingly become prisoners. That's under its flag of truce kind of thing. But if it's like a secret dispatch, then no.
No, it's yeah, it's fake.
All right.
guys in the hill, should they be able to shoot?
No, they're too far, and it's on the other side of the hill.
Okay. 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 No, escort. Okay, that's right. I just realized.
These units are down to 5. What else? Anything else? Or are we good for screenshots?
Screenshots.
And 20, right?
Yep. All right, Sean. So, your hussar, you are busily reorganizing your hussars, helping them get back into battle shape. Your infantry storm the hill, but it looks like the enemy cavalry have withdrawn before they even reach them. But your guns are recovered, which is good. Most of the artillerymen are dispersed, so it's going to take, or killed, so it's going to take some time for the artillery to be somewhat functional again. But at least the hill is yours again. To the west, the enemy grenadiers are advancing against your other hussars, who are slowly withdrawing, staying out of line of fire. And the 9th line have occupied some of those houses in Baichhof.
Okay. Yeah. We'll stand on. Yeah. Have the main body occupy 462. Continue reorganizing the cavalry as much as I can. Yeah, they do not have enough force to launch an attack like that. If they go through with that, that'll be a serious blunder. So,
Right.
the infantry will stand on 462.
Got it. What on earth? Oh, weird. Okay. Thank you. Alright, let's all you order the withdraw, are marching back towards Kippingen. You lose sight of the enemy as you head down the hill again. You can hear sounds of fighting to the northeast and south. None too near where you are.
Thank you, sir. If we could begin forming defensive positions inside of the town, like if there's any kind of fences, or are there any kinds of places that we would be able to fight like efficiently to defend the town?
Yeah, you can use fences for cover, go inside people's homes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't know if like in like Napoleonics that would be an ineffective way to fight.
No, they did it all the time.
Sweet. Then I do that, and I do it even better than they do all the time.
Alright.
I'll rally and stuff.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's the crushing weight of a bunch of cuirassiers bearing down on him. I don't like. Is he leading? He said he's leading the combat and running away from the combat. What's he doing? Like,
He's definitely meant to be running away, and he didn't mean to do that far up in the first place.
mean, maybe he gets away. Genty J apparently didn't want to lead the Cuirassiers and now wants to run away from them.
Oh, he didn't want to lead him in the first place?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was kind of vague. He said he wanted to be in the field with them, but they didn't want to personally.
I think your interpretation of it was that he was leading the charge, and as a result, he is now in there because that is how we ruled it, and that is where he was in the screenshot. So unfortunately, I think he's got to be there.
Fair enough.
And, buyer's remorse, I guess. And then these horse artillery are moving up about 400 paces on limbering and shooting. I think they can do that in this 20-minute span. So I don't know what ARP's orders for these guys are, if they were forming square or not, or if they were advancing.
Sorry, could you erase the lines, please, in one moment? I would like to. I have had a problem with the capture. I have to do another one. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. One moment, there's so there you go. Which capture order are you doing?
Okay, right. Okay. You can. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say I moved a couple of pieces since the capture would have happened, so it's actually a bit clairvoyant. Anyway, well, what's done is done. How are these cannons shooting? Are they shooting into their own?
They were told to concentrate on the enemy cuirassiers.
By who?
The commander in chief.
I mean, they're not going to do that because they're not going to shoot through their own cuirassiers. I mean, when they come around, maybe they could get a couple shots off on these guys.
Yeah, but I think I get pot shots on those.
I doubt they would even shoot, to be honest with you. I don't know if you want to have them shoot. These guys are not James. I vote. I don't think they should.
I think their friendly cuirassiers would be fleeing.
At the very least, they could shoot the enemy art batteries.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that might prompt some counter battery from these guys next turn, but yeah, we'll see about that. At any rate, I think I'll resolve the cavalry combat from the Cuirassiers first. I mean, it's like guaranteed that. Yeah.
What's the canister modifier again?
+2.
+2. Okay. And then lights is +1, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Everything in the south is charging in, but they didn't know about the large numbers behind.
Do you want to roll for Genty J's like wound here? I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, what the DRM is for that, or what the capture.
Roll a d6. If it's a 6, he's dead. 5 wounded. Otherwise, he gets away.
I have a d6 right above that. I rolled a 3 for him.
Okay, well, I'll have them get away with their cavalry. And then these cavalry are continuing on to, I mean, I think they're probably just going to keep going to the artillery round.
Yeah, probably.
In which case, I think they could get some shots off, actually, at this point. It'd be a little chaotic and it'd be a little close, but if you want to roll for one of the cannons shooting these guys, I think that's totally acceptable. After that, I think I'm just going to rule them as overrun because overran.
Yeah, I think that would be fine. Forgive me, I'm new with the combat. You can roll for it if you like.
Cool.
Someone move Josh into his own voice chat because he's not really
Sure.
depending on anymore.
Yeah. Is that as of this turn or as of next turn?
As of next turn.
Okay, we'll move him when we send the screenshots.
First red and 5th blue, we are resolved. Up in the north, so if I can help with anything, let me know.
I'm just trying to find the artillery DRM. Is it the same as like normal combat DRMs?
For artillery? At close range?
Yeah, it's kind of close range, but they also have a very limited time to start shooting.
Well, yeah.
Their cavalry.
I usually Unless they were like completely surprised, give them a canister shot chance to stop them. Otherwise, they just get overrun.
I'll give him one roll. I might add a disruption to this guy. But yeah, I'm going to say they're overrun after that. And then I'm going to roll for these guys on ARPs. Is ARP forming square, or are these guys not? I mean, that's the question, I think.
I think the intent I got was for them to form square.
Okay, well, that's going to make the case.
Yeah, I think both ARP and the CIC have been trying to order those units at once.
Yeah, that's just bad for them. If you could put them in square.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm going to roll. Oh, what's the rule for square? Is it just a +2 for the artillery DRM?
I think it's +1 if I remember right.
Okay, yeah, I think this is close range and square, so I'll just give him a +2. We'll see.
Is there any chance Blue's going to be able to counter this and take anything back?
We get this one running away a little bit. It looks pretty bleak, but we'll run it for one more turn to see if they can, rally a little bit. But I think this cavalry combat here has been pretty decisive for...
They did just crash a full brigade in the attack.
Yeah, the only reason I say is in Seedorf up north, it's possible if they countercharge here, they might be able to crack some units, but even then, it's going to take them a long time to take any red objectives.
Yeah, we'll do at least one more turn, and we'll see where it is. All right, 1040.
And you said you wanted me to move Josh down?
Yes, please.
Sorry, I gotta erase the drawn lines for screenshots.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Well, my last orders are being surrender.
From whom?
Okay, but going to move with the grenadiers. Artillery is going to stay firm in position on the hill, and light infantry is going to turn back to defend the squares.
All right, Sean. So, you continue to reorganize your hussars. They're pretty much as good as they're going to get. In the meantime, you can see your infantry are heavily engaged all across the line. Your 9th line in the west are getting attacked by assault columns of grenadiers. They mow them down as they approach, but they're just overwhelmed, and now they're breaking and falling back. But on the hill, it looks like your line, you can't really see the enemy over the hill from where you're at, But it looks like your line is holding steady. You even hear some cheering from there, so things must be going fairly well. In the meantime, you can see more enemy infantry approaching from the west, and it looks like Arp's brigade uh, moving across the valley to your north.
How are they moving across the valley?
But they're heading. Sorry, they're like advancing westward. You can see them in your screenshot.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Send in the cavalry, the 2 cavalry that are furthest west to support the 9th disengaging. I want to move to the 9th to help them rally.
Okay.
And then I would like to send the other 2 cavalry to support the fighting on the hill. Like, have them be ready to, if a unit breaks, charge the enemy that have broken through, or if the enemy breaks, pursue them.
Okay.
But just keep delaying the enemy.
Got it. Thank you. All right, LaSalle. So your men have taken up defensive positions in and around the town of Kippingen. No sign of the enemy yet. You're muted.
You're king it for that, James. Am I hearing any cannons to my east?
You hear cannon fire somewhere on the other side of the hill to the northeast, as well, somewhere to the south.
Sure. That northeast cannon fire, like, we're talking like just the hill, like on the other side of the hill that I just left?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Alright, then what I would like to do then is I'll send a staff member back to have one of the batteries start moving across the bridge to us here, and we'll hold position for a moment. I just would like to have a battery join us before we creep back up towards that hill.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, were my dispatches sent?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Remember that each time cavalry charge, they gain a disruption, so there's...
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give these guys.
They shouldn't have too many charges left in them.
Yeah, that's true. I think they're hitting hitting these guys in the rear. I don't know what that's going to look like. They were supposed to go for the artillery, but the artillery upgrades have shifted, so I don't know if they're actually going to make it to contact here. This is 750, 800 meters. I'd say they could move a little farther if they were going to make it. They'd give it a little bit extra, but yeah, charge disruptions. So I don't know if we want them to make contact, but this looks pretty bad for.
Yeah, it's bad either way.
I don't know if these units were supposed to be in square still, but either way, I think that these rules from the artillery is enough to make them run away. I haven't rolled for this yet, though. But if you, I don't know what you think would happen here. If the cavalry would go for the artillery as they were ordered, or if they would just continue to the back of these grenadiers.
If they're ordered for the artillery, I haven't hit the artillery.
some way, shape, or form. Maybe just run into his infantry or something like that. Or yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I have no idea.
He would run to safety, whatever that means.
Yeah, wherever that is. I mean, like, yeah, it's, I would just, I'm at a loss for words. Yeah,
Well, it just got interesting in the north.
What's the orders for these light infantry?
They charged. So these hussars charged the light infantry. These cannons fired on the other unit of light infantry, and that just caused a big chain rout since none of these red units were recovering. So these grenadiers are all that's left here.
That's funny.
What are the orders that you gave for these light infantry? Are they turning around?
Well, and then these lancers they're supposed to charge, though this artillery's broken.
I think you two are talking about two different theaters.
Yeah.
You said in the north.
I was asking, who is this? Garrett? Right? This is you who's moving this with the blue pieces?
I think it's Willie.
Oh, okay. Willie, yeah.
Okay.
I do not know what is happening here. Genuinely, I do not. These cavalry charge around
Yeah.
these infantry, but if the infantry turned around, then I don't think that they would go into them, but I think that they would just hit these guys in the rear.
You think that the grenadiers could? Okay.
No, absolutely.
No.
About face while shooting at somebody.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Artillery is okay.
I mean, I think these cavalry are spent, but they're also gonna. I think.
Yeah, they're going to crush the infantry from behind.
So it's.
If I were to Kriegsspiel this, like this entire blue battalion would just surrender right now, but or brigade.
Well, no, I think so. This is going to be interesting though, because their orders for the artillery, they're going to get the artillery, but that's going to give the infantry time to form square before they can turn an attack. And they're so spent, they're not going to be able to do anything against that. So that brigade's going to hold.
Yeah, maybe just give them like a morale tick penalty, but yeah, I think I put the extra morale on them, or what do you call it? Yeah, I put an extra morale tick.
So.
For discharge.
So Sean Mack broke a brigade in the south. His cavalry's spent, but his infantry's holding.
Oh, it's going all right.
And then Lake is holding in the north, and then the cavalry just broke through the middle, but they're pretty much spent now. So it's not exactly. It's not entirely over.
That is fair. Yeah. I guess I've been a little vision on this silly cavalry charge.
Alright, so combat in the south is done.
Combat in the north is done. It was absolute carnage.
I'm gonna put these guys on broken since I think they could return to their guns if these cavalry run away. But I'll let you roll the dice for that. So. Artillery. Whoever was in charge of these harps dudes. And then I don't know how to put these guys in square with the buttons. For these light infantry.
Think I can do that.
Nothing. Oh, it's just on the backside. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's still a little buttons there.
Alright, I think we're done. So it's
So
11.
do you need any help resolving anything?
No, I'm already done in the south and the middle. We're good. 11 o'clock. Alright, Sean. You focus on helping the Knights recover as you send the Hussars into the fray. You hear a report back from the infantry line that they've repulsed the enemy attack and they are fleeing. But the enemy has 4 batteries across the hill to the west. And your Hussars charge in to assist, but the enemy cavalry appears and countercharges with Lancer support. And your tired, bedraggled horsemen, it's enough to break them once again as they flee back east. The enemy grenadiers are forced down, having taken too many casualties. You can see their officers protesting, ordering them up the hill, but the 7th line lays fire down on them and pins them down. Meanwhile, the enemy 2nd Brigade supports the cavalry fight a little bit, which is why you can see those units firing at nothing. And that's the situation at the moment.
Okay. Let's see. I want to have a general withdrawal towards Grosvenor. I want to meet up with the CIC.
Alright, so you're going east. Everyone withdraw.
Yeah. Try to reorganize things as we go. Try to not make this chaotic. They're not in a position to further press the attack, so this is not a panicked. This is orderly. Gradually giving ground, not turning our heels and running.
Alright, thank you. Alright, LaSalle. The enemy crests the hill and takes the 8th line under fire. They're joined soon after by artillery, which starts laying into the town. It's feeling quite desperate. And then you see your cavalry appear from behind the enemy guns and start to overrun them.
What, are we gonna let him get all the kills, boys? Fucking shot out. Sorry, you swear. I can't swear. What I meant to say was 8th line, like pull back, 7th, take their spot, 5th, 6th, 1st, charge, move forward and begin firing. And the 2nd foot can continue crossing the bridge, and then they can stay to the northern, north of the road, and they can unlimber with the infantry in front of them and look for an opportunity, but don't yet begin firing into the backs of our men. 3rd foot, you're doing a great job.
Got it. Thank you.
Suicide charge. Okay.
Yeah. Dan ordered this charge again. These cavalry I haven't rolled for because they would have hit 7 when they hit the charge, so I think they just immediately turn right before they roll. Is that how that works?
Okay.
Do you know, James?
What's that?
If a cavalry hits 7, as a result of charging, does it roll dice on the combat or does it just immediately run?
It wouldn't fight.
Okay. And then these guys have overpowered 1 unit of grenadiers, and then there's another one. I didn't roll for the grenadiers because they are facing the wrong way. I don't know if I should roll on this unit.
Were they ordered to form square?
Yeah.
They couldn't.
but
They're
I think
facing
they
the wrong way, shooting, and
they couldn't because they are under. The enemy cavalry is very near. So I think I haven't made that formation because I think it's impossible. Cavalry was very near.
yeah, I don't see how that's possible in like a couple of minutes even.
The blue CIC wanted to spend his whole turn rallying his cuirassiers. Do they recover any more beyond the one? Or
Yeah, so one of them will get an extra one recovered.
I mean, yeah.
One question: what happens if a player says I surrender? It's out of the game. Is continue playing or
Who said they surrender?
Yeah.
Who did?
First brigade.
The ARP? Okay. Well, yeah. I think we're calling the game here anyway.
No, he said that he wanted to surrender, and then he has done a suicide charge. So I think that he's assuming that he's nothing isolated he can do.
Yeah, I think his men will surrender. So I think that is exactly what will happen. I'll mark them all as surrendered. There you go.
All right. Well, I think it's a red victory. So let's bring everyone to the lobby and talk about it.
Yep.
Hello.
Well, it was crazy for me.
All right, welcome everyone. Please mute your mics till it's your turn to speak. Thanks for everyone for playing, and a big thanks to all the umpires. We had a lot of umpires that helped the game go quickly. We did it in less than 2 hours. So before I share the screen and give the big overview, let's hear from the CIC, starting with Josh. How do you feel you're doing?
I feel all right. Could be going better, but I don't think this is a defeat here. I think we were making some decent progress, so we'll see how the map actually looks.
All right. And Jen, how you feeling?
It has gone poorly.
All right. All right. Well, let me share my screen and we will see how things are. Everyone should be able to see that. So, in terms of starting deployment, well, first of all, the veterans were 25% weaker than the noobs, so pretty significant difference in strength. And the veterans deployed with almost all, actually, I think all their infantry essentially in this vicinity, kind of a centralized location, with cavalry watching the flanks here and here essentially. So 2 cavalry wings, infantry in the middle. The noobs had 2 infantry brigades here. Those aren't the right numbers for them, but there's 2 of them there. And they had 1 infantry brigade up here. And then they had cavalry up north. And some more reserve cavalry here. And more cavalry in the south, if I recall correctly. So a little bit more dispersed, spread out than the veterans. And so the veterans were essentially on the defensive, or they let the noobs make the first move. So the noobs, let's see, I'm jogging my memory. So the noobs crossed here and crossed here, and I think they must have had something cross here. So crossing at 3 different points. And in the north, so Lake was facing cavalry and infantry. And I think I'll let the umpire who had Gabby, sorry, I forgot your name. Kiger had the north, so I'll let him talk more. But I think Lake did an amazing job holding his own against a force much larger than his. He made a stand here, and then another one here. and I think he did really well. So he fought above his weight, and in the end, he's still holding Seedorf, so no points were ceded in the north. In the south, likewise, Sean Mack was kind of doing a dance. I had Sean Mack doing a dance with the forces here in the south, moving forward, retreating, just kind of kiting and buying time. At the end, he got some infantry, and with the infantry, he formed up on the hill, repulsed a charge, broke a whole brigade. Unfortunately, he was facing 2 brigades, so he broke one, but the second came in with cavalry support, and basically his infantry wasn't broken, but they're on the retreat back into Grossmar at this moment, or Grossmau. His cavalry was broken though. They fought a lot and eventually just got overwhelmed. And then in the center, so I had LaSalle, and he was very much outnumbered. He came and deployed here on the ridge, and was basically outnumbered 2-1, maybe 3-1 with artillery. Arp moved quickly to take advantage of that, and actually I think LaSalle made the right decision. He fell back into Kippingen to buy time, and I think that was smart. The big thing that happened, though, is the cavalry, especially the heavy cavalry on the Noob team, when Lake was pushed back, they were able to come around from the north, come along this route, and they basically arrived here right when the blue team infantry was attacking, and pretty vulnerable, and so they caught them without much cavalry support. I guess they had their 2 cuirassiers, but it was 2 cuirassiers versus 2 cuirassiers plus 3 or 4 hussars, so very much outnumbered on the blue side. And so the red team was just basically able to overwhelm them with numbers and then sweep up from the rear, which was unfortunate because they hit right at the time that Arp's attack was going in against LaSalle. Had the cavalry not been there, Arp with the artillery support would have eventually, and grenadiers, he would have overwhelmed LaSalle and taken Kippingen back. But with the cavalry hitting the rear, it was just a huge morale hit for the men, and so the center's lost for blue. In the south, blue's still holding with infantry here, but falling back. Second Brigade's advancing. Josh is there chasing down fleeing cavalry. And in the north, Lake is holding with very tired forces, but at least he's holding. So it is a red victory. Very well done to the new team. You guys did good. And I'm going to turn it over to the umpires to each share their portion of the story, their experience and advice, and then we'll hear from all the players, your experiences. So I'm going to start with Umpire Charity.
I didn't have a whole lot to do in this game. I was mostly just dealing with Dan, who was in charge of the Red Cavalry that made their sort of roundabout way, sort of between the Blue Cavalry in the north and the center of their force. Showed up at a very opportune time, even despite, I think, a quick reaction from the blue forces to try and hold them back. Simply had a huge numerical advantage, and then I think the timing was very much on their side. The blue light infantry that were ordered to about face couldn't engage, and the cannons that were ordered to shoot couldn't find targets until it was too late through their own cavalry, and then these horse artillery showed up just at the moment that the blue had finally formed a square, and it all was sort of a series of unfortunate events, I think, that led to this quite successful sort of series of cavalry charges in their rear, which is a little unfortunate, I think, for the blues, but I think well played by the red team, and it was a good job, I think, on Dan, who utilized his dispatches properly to realize that there was probably an opening down here and move his way south.
All right. Yeah, good job, Dan. All right. Thank you, Charity. Gabby. You're on mute if you're speaking.
I had Gareth and Argent, and at some points Josh, and so I presided over the southern battle which was very interesting, mostly because of the really hilly terrain. Made it really hard, I think, for the red team, Gareth and Josh, to judge exactly what they were up against. But I think they did a good job reacting when it turned out that the hill that they were assaulting was a tougher nut to crack than they thought. I think they managed. They would have been a total disaster, but Arjun and Josh managed to come in from the north and threaten the flank enough to force a withdrawal, which I think was a very fortunate move. And it was very interesting battle over here and very interesting terrain, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting. This area of fighting was the exact same area of fighting that we had on the other Meckel map. It was all right here and right here, ironically, those two hills. So. All right, thank you. Umpire Kiger?
Yeah, it was interesting up in the north. I tend to have a habit of being away from where perhaps like the decisive action of these battles has been, but it was fascinating to watch this because, frankly, I think blue rolled very, very well, causing a lot of disruption to red, so it looked like, to push forward and take Seedorf, get that point, it looked like red hesitated a little bit in the middle there, and if they watch the video, if this is on YouTube going back, like blue was very, very much on the ropes, but they took that time to, recover and regain strength, and it was an absolutely wild cavalry charge here in the north that caused like a 6-unit chain rout. I absolutely think Lake really, really fought hard to hold on to Seedorf, and I don't know how much longer he would have been able to hold it if we played this out a few more turns, but absolutely superb job, just inflicting damage, retreating, recovering, doing it again. Yeah, absolutely a small force held off a very, very large force here in the north, so fantastic to see. Well done, everyone.
All right, thank you. Umpire Sparty.
So first off, this was my first time umpiring in a live game, so thank you for bearing with me there. I was mostly right in the center with the blue commander-in-chief, as well as briefly with Arp before he made his westward attack. It was kind of interesting because they picked that central location in order to be able to nimbly reinforce any direction that they were hoping to, but ended up in something like a 2-hour-long standoff with the forces to their west. And I think by the time they started to advance there, they suddenly spotted the cavalry, and by the time they did, it was just simply too late. They scrambled as much as they could, but they were already kind of in over their heads there. So yeah, I think a lot of what I saw has already been said, but yeah, thank you again, everyone, and I'll pass to the next one.
Thank you. All right, Umpire Willie? You're muted.
Okay. No, I think, well, as I have seen, the first brigade has started in the center in a reserve position. It's been advancing through the west, but I think they have done quite slowly. So I was watching how cavalry was coming from the north, and when an engagement has started in the village, they have been called for the rear. So it's been quite interesting. It's very interesting. The first time I am umpiring, and I hope I haven't made some mistake, but that's my impression. I think they've been a little bit slowly, and the cavalry has called them from the north, and that's been definitely.
All right. Yeah, we had two new umpires this game, so thank you for joining, and hopefully it was a fun experience. All right, now we'll just hear from the players going down the list. So starting at the top, LaSalle.
GG everyone, this is one of my first Kriegsspiels ever. I'm really new at this, and I had a lot of fun. great umpires and great teams and great opponents. Thank you all.
Good, thank you. Dan?
Alright, hello everyone. I'm the Red Cavalry Commander. So yeah, this game is pretty crazy for me. And yeah, that was pretty lucky that I simply walked onto the blue rear and well, at that moment I know it was over. It was pretty hilarious actually. I was actually intent to moving southeast, but then I see the rear of the blue on the way to my west, and I see the cavalry and all that. But with how much of the reserve, and yep, I have a neuron activation moment, and yeah, it was really lucky. I had not received any specific instruction to go there actually. I just simply walk into blue team and everything's on over the bases. So yeah, good game guys. We actually won because of for the a lot to be credit to the luck factor. So anyway, GG. Thank for the Umpire team to win this game, and we'll play everyone.
All right, thank you. Argent? You there? I saw you unmute. All right, well, we'll move on to ARP. Go ahead, ARP.
I've got nothing to add. Just to say thanks to Willie and Sparty for umpiring, did a good job. And I'm off to bed as it's 5:15. It's nice to be back. So take care. I'll catch you next time.
Thanks for waking up early, ARP. Bye. Spears. Oh, there you go, Argent. I hear you. Kind of. You're breaking up super bad. Okay, now it's better, maybe. Nope, not better.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. Go for it.
Okay. Or my mic was glitching out. I think that battle went pretty good overall. Actually, my umpire actually saved the battle for me. Because I was meaning to march over the northern end of that swamp, and I would have ran right into those advancing blue forces, but he accidentally moved me south. That actually kind of saved my army from being just hit by a much stronger blue force. So, then that let me go southeast and engage those troops in that farm, and that went really good for the red side.
Yeah, we're good. All right, thank you. Spears.
Hey, so I was First Brigade up north, so I was kind of fighting my own battle. I had no idea what was going on. Besides, Josh sent me a dispatch saying that they were advancing down south, so I thought everything was going well. But I had a different point of view. Kudos to the blue commander up here, because you gave me a run for my money. And I thought I had you on the ropes several times, and then a Lancer battalion or a Lancer unit would come out of nowhere, and that last little bit of chain route when I tried to advance on Seedorf really took the wind out of my sails. I'm not gonna lie, but it was a good fight overall, and I'll face you any day.
Excellent. Gareth?
Yeah, I definitely had fun. I must say that hills are quite annoying. It does force quite the decisive actions even when you're quite unknown to what the enemy force is composed of. But beyond that, I definitely had a lot of fun, and I think our plan managed to work somehow.
Okay. General Josh?
Yeah, I'd like to, first off, congratulations to all my commanders here. I think they all did an excellent job of, filling in their particular roles. particular shout-outs to Argent here, who was kind of thrown in at the last minute right before the battle started to figure out how things were going to go and fill in for one of our guys who was absent. So excellent work there from his part. I think our plan generally was to sort of advance to contact and figure out where you guys were and then fill things in from there. Dan had instructions to vaguely turn south to assist the center after they cleared the crossing up north, and he managed to, that put him exactly where he needed to be to come in and save the day here. So I think things went relatively well on our side here. So again, congratulations to all my guys, and thanks to the Umpires for helping us run this.
All right. Jen? TJ?
Yeah, that was fun. Our intention was to try and catch you all overextending, but you never really did that, so we had to sort of just launch a big attack towards what we thought was kind of a weaker portion of your troops. Possibly should have sent some screens up north, but honestly, I think where that cavalry came in was the last place that I expected them to come in, because it wasn't a direct crossing. It was, you had to go up north and then turn south, so I didn't really expect anything to be coming that way. I thought because we had the lake up there, whatever forces was up in the that northern portion fighting Zarina, who was doing an excellent job at delaying you all, I thought we would have a little bit of cover. Like it was said, the attack took about a turn or two longer than I was hoping it would. I was really hoping we would have reached you all a turn sooner, but the withdrawal there was pretty crucial. And I think, but I mean, the whole team did great. If anything, I was the one that screwed up. So I don't know what else we could have done differently. I think if we had waited longer to make our attack, it wouldn't have helped. So well, thank you very much for the game, everybody. I really enjoyed it, and everybody did a really good job. Thank you, Sparky, for umpiring me. I thought you did a good job.
Thanks, TJ. Lake?
Yeah, I would first like to apologize to my team for taking all the luck in that last round. I didn't intend for it to go that well, but my situation was at least ended up being snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, which hasn't really happened yet. So I'm kind of surprised, and there is, if there's anything to take away from what happened up north, it's do not give up, even if like you're on the run and like you have everything looks like it's going against you. Just like don't give up. There's always another opportunity that can come around. I want to thank my opponent, Spears. You definitely gave me a run for my money at some points, and but it was just the luck that helped me keep Seedorf in Blue's hands for those final rounds. So well done to you. Hopefully you will grow in your own experience, and thank you to my umpire, whose name escapes me, Keeger, for assisting and helping run this game.
All right, thank you, Lake. Last but not least, Sean Mack.
I think everyone did incredibly well. I would say for the red team consisting of new players, I would say that this was an incredibly conventional Napoleonic battle, and that is a compliment. There was nothing that I was really scratching my head at. Like I was saying in the chat, I think the biggest mistake Red made was they failed to synchronize the 2-brigade attack on Hill 462. That could have been what decided the battle if it wasn't for the cavalry. But overall, you guys did very, very well.
Thanks, Sean. All right, it was a very fun game. Blue team shouldn't feel bad because it's hard to win when you're so outnumbered. But that was the challenge. It was, how could you do? And unfortunately for them, the red team played very well, despite being newer to Kriegsspiel. So well done on both sides. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to end the recording here. You're welcome to hang out and continue talking about the game. And we'll see you in Fort Donelson next week.